But with that being said, Mario, take it away.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Hmm. Okay, hope you can see it now, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I've done the redesign that you've probably seen on Twitter,
Mhm.
right? So that's the new landing page. Just a second, let me minimize this. There's not much there. Yeah, I've noticed that recently I got a couple of more signups. So I had 45 recently. Now there's 52. Of course, I'm still not charging them
Mhm.
for for the newsletter. The mailing list is still around 300. Yeah, I just made sure that usually when I contact people, right, and tell them about the application, I just send them a short video, right? But then I thought, I realized there's no point in just sending them a video because probably they won't watch it. So I just decided to put like a demo right here on the front page. Yeah, so basically, well, just describe what it's going to do. For now, like it's going to have databases, right? You're going to be able to execute some custom code with lambdas, right? So basically create your own API and store some files and then serve them, right? So that's going to go through CloudFront. So yeah, I made sure that people understand that you can use it with all these no-code platforms, right? So basically, you create your own custom backend, and then you just use it with any no-code platform that you need. Yeah, that's that. The pricing is still the same. I just made sure now to. So this is going to be monthly, right? It's quite low, which I think is fine. I'm not going to be raising prices anytime soon. Even when I start charging, I think the much better way for everyone is to, pay as they go, right? So if you're going to be adding new apps, right? You're just gonna pay, let's say, $1 per app, and then if you add new accounts, $1 per account, and so on, right? So you don't have to pay like a higher, higher plan from the get-go. It's basically pay as you go. So that, yeah, the roadmap is still unchanged, and I've added some stuff here as well. This is, yeah, I still have to actually make this into links. The only one that's working is the email. Now for the features. Okay, finally, this is working. Adding the account is working. I think that I actually showed that last time, but I still had to do some validation and authentication on the backend because you don't, even if you think about it, even though you're logged in, right? Let's say you logged into your account, and then you just take the API and you want to, let's say delete a AWS account, right? If you get someone else's, username, you could, I mean, the ID, you could delete their account. So I had to make sure that you can only delete what you've created personally, right? So that's done. And I made sure that people are going to understand how to do this, right? So everyone's going to see this tooltip here at the top, right? So basically, that's a link to a YouTube video. And that's something that I need to do today before I actually release this, right? So they're going to go here, type in everything, and just then close, and you've added your account. So this is an example, right? This is an example of the account. You can just change the name. I have removed the what's it called? I removed the setup part that you saw last time, so that's not needed anymore. You just change it here, and it's going to tell you that you've successfully changed it. But that's pretty much it. but people will need to know that this is now available, right? So for each new feature, I'm just going to create a new tutorial, right? Basically a new YouTube video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's going to be visible here. Then you can just, if you just don't want to see it anymore, it's not going to be shown to you anymore. So that's going to be it. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to release this probably today. And what else? Then it's all about creating those stacks that I've talked about recently, and then saving them to your repos, right? Private repos in your AWS account. That's gonna come next. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, for the sales side, I think that the best thing to do to get this in front of as many people as possible. I've actually had some luck on Facebook groups again, and especially in groups that engage with lifetime deals, right? So yeah, you're going to probably, have a one-time payment, right? But you're going to have to support the users for as long as the service is up. But what you're going to have is you know you're going to reach a lot of people with that. So you have, let's say, a lifetime sale. You sell, let's say, 1,000 accounts, right? But at that point, a lot of people have heard of your platform because the service that I found is called SaaSzilla, and they actually help promote your SaaS, right? So you basically share the revenue with them for the purchases that someone made through their channels, right? So you sell it for, I don't know, as you have to decide on your own, right? For each of the plans that you have. But yeah, the most important part is not so much, how much you can earn from that, is the fact that you are actually going to get some initial users, and then you're going to get some feedback from them. So that's going to be the next thing that I'm going to do after this is actually, completely functional the way I want it. So that's the most important thing now, to actually get some paying customers.
That's awesome. What was that
Yeah,
service called again?
SaaSzilla.
Zastzilla. Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
so you've
awesome.
got that and LTD Hunt.
Hmm.
So these two are the guys that I'm talking to right now. They seem to be interested because yeah, they have to first vet you whether what you're selling actually makes sense, right?
Hmm.
And I have to finalize it, bring it up to the standard that they require in order for them to show it on their platform, and that we can actually make purchases. And after that's done, you can still continue with something like an affiliate program, right? So I'm going to do that. Basically, let's say you bring in someone buys an account, and you get a share of their monthly payments. So they pay a monthly amount, for example, for the personal plan or for the business plan, and you share that with the person who helped to get that person on board. So I think that's the easiest way to get customers.
Very cool. Yeah, I've never seen anyone like I've seen affiliate programs on other things, but I've never seen anyone on Twitter talk about affiliate, which is so that's really cool that you're exploring that uh, strategy. Because most of the time on Twitter, I just see people talking about like, oh, lifetime deals versus monthly versus one-time payments or pay as you go. But no, that's really cool that you're exploring many different options.
It's actually both, right? So you should use both. So
Hmm.
lifetime deals are just for the kickoff. Basically, you sell a limited amount, 500, 1,000, right? And then it's done. Then it's only monthly payments, right? So basically, but the point is to get some some feedback from early customers, and most of those people are actually going to, from what I've seen, probably not everyone, right? But some of them are actually going to resell them, right? But at least at that point, you're going to get some initial, like, investment. So you should think of it like early feedback plus investment.
That's a good way to think about it, actually, because
Yeah.
then you realize what value, like you're sacrificing some monetary value to get
Yes.
feedback value, and that's like immeasurably important.
Yeah. And if you look at some, SaaS companies, they have what? 100,000, maybe 50,000, customers, subscribers. And let's say your initial sale was to like 2,000 lifetime deals. So what's 2,000 lifetime deals compared to, let's say, 50,000 total monthly subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not nothing, but at least you had something to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
something that you can work with when you just launch.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, I've been thinking about personally, uh, what is the best strategy? Like if your marketing strategies, that's such a like unknown topic to me, but it's also
I
such an
know. Yeah.
important one. And we're all like engineers here, and so some of us have experience with that, and I don't know, but I would also assume a lot of us don't. So yeah, definitely, that's always really fun to share. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm obviously working on the technical side as well, right?
Mhm.
But you can build the best product possible, but it's probably not going to sell itself, right? So you just
Mhm.
have to engage with the people as much as possible. So I'm also
Yeah.
engaging with people on LinkedIn, right?
Mm.
And asking them for feedback. So that's working out as well. But most of them just want to, they want to see a finished product. They want to see that it's actually working,
Mhm.
and then they're going to actually engage. So they
Mhm.
did give me feedback and say, hey, I've seen the services here that you've mentioned, but what about the other ones that I need?
Mm.
So yeah, so something like that. I just say, yeah, I'm going to add those as well, because it's not really a big deal. It's just another Terraform, module that I need to add, and that's it.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can get feedback. You just need to know where to look for it. So most of the feedback that I actually got was from Facebook groups, which
Mm.
might sound counterintuitive today, right? But if you think about it, those are the places that people go who are interested in specific stuff, right? So
Yeah.
Twitter is basically for everything, right? And
Mhm.
specific Facebook groups are specifically made for people who are interested in, some topics. So if you go there, you're probably going to get most of the, good feedback.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting that Facebook groups has been surprisingly for a lot of people has been a very successful place to get feedback and users. But also depends on your target, your narrow target market group that you have to think about. But yeah, that's really cool. I've started looking into that as well.
Yo, guys, I have a question that
Yeah.
I had planned to ask, but I forgot in the middle, but now I am asking. The
Yeah, please
question
do.
was that basically the question is regarding the feedback. Okay, for example, I have some people which are like testing the product. Okay, and these are people who are not like technical. Now, if they were technical, then it's like pretty easy to like get the feedback because we have like amazing platforms like for example maybe GitHub or something. They can like create some kind of issue, or like you guys have experience with it, like create issues and people track those issues and fix those issues. Okay, so is there like any like platform for this purpose but for ordinary people? Basically, you maybe for example like I share my promo seed platform with a like ordinary person. Okay, and he uses that platform and then has some kind of like maybe problems with it. So what's the like best way or a best platform where he can like add that issue, and then I can like then track that issue? Hey, this is the issue that people are facing, so I should like focus on that also. Basically like a GitHub issue type of thing, but for or ordinary people, because GitHub issues and that kind of stuff is very like technical, so ordinary people don't like that. That's just too difficult for them basically. So is there like anything simple that can like help in, or you guys have any idea about it?
I mean, if it's literally for troubleshooting, I'm not sure, but if you want to get some feedback on your application and you want people to, engage like with the
Yeah,
community,
engage and
just try
yeah.
Product Hunt.
Yeah, I want basically something like a GitHub. You guys, if found some issue, you guys create the issue on the GitHub repository, and then the person who is like working on the project sees that issues, and maybe assigns someone to other. Okay, hey, look at this issue and solve this. Or if he has no one, then he would like do himself. Okay, so maybe some platform similar to that, but for ordinary people, where if I was a like ordinary person, okay, I would like go to that platform, enter the information. Hey, this is the information. This is the screenshot. Maybe some videos or of the issue, and then just maybe post or something like that, and then I would able to like see the issue and then track it also. If I want to assign it, then I can assign, maybe for example, to my co-partner. If it's a backend issue, I would assign to my co-partner. If it's a front end issue, I would assign it to myself. Okay, so basically a GitHub alternative, but for ordinary people, if that makes sense.
I think
It
you have to
makes
create
perfect sense,
custom.
but yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Mario.
No, I was just saying it makes perfect sense, but I don't know where you could find something literally like that, because if you're saying that someone needs to go and fix something, that's probably going to
Yeah,
be technical by default.
yeah.
I have
The
a
the
I have a
the
suggestion.
the point basically is I wanna know what people are facing problems. Okay, that's the like problem I want to like see. Okay, what my users are facing, so that I can focus on those first, then later on some other things. Okay, because on GitHub, ordinary people don't go. Only like senior and developers, technical people go there. But if there is some platform which is like developed for ordinary people also, but behaves and works similar to GitHub, then that would be like very like, for me that would be like very really beneficial. So that's the like point I am going for. So if you guys know any kind of platform that does this, then you guys can tell me. Otherwise, no worries.
Yeah, I don't know of a platform like that which you're describing, but if you were to implement your own custom one, I would just implement it into your actual your front end, and you'd have like a feedback button, or like a support tab, and then you navigate to the user navigates to the support tab, and then it will give them a prompt, a form to write out the problem, the description, and what's going on. That's
Yeah.
probably the best case scenario, but I for custom third party, I don't know of any.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's also like a good idea to like implement it. And I have seen like many companies and products doing this. Like
Mm-hmm.
most of them have like something support or something, that kind of section in their system. So people like go and file a maybe some kind of complaint or something, and then they like see and fix it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a good idea. But basically I also like want other, for example, if doesn't it sounds good if there is a single platform that does this. Basically, for example, in the future I have like 5 other startups. Okay, I have 5 other startups, and I want to like track those also, like people what are the problems they are facing. Okay, so I would like have to develop the support system in every startup. Okay, that makes sense. I would have to like develop a support system for every 5 other startup which I would like start. To me that is like not something good. I would like, if I was there, I would like create a dedicated platform which other entrepreneurs can also like use, so that they could also like some kind of commercialize it for their needs. So
Mhm.
hopefully you guys can see where am I going. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I am, yeah. So
Okay, in that case, if you want something that's already like you said, commercial, but you have to
yeah.
pay for it, it's Zoho. I don't know whether you've heard of this platform, but they offer like support and ticketing system, I think, right? So just Google Zoho,
Okay. I would like check it.
Oh
I would like check
yeah.
it.
Zoho, and then you could
right?
use Atlassian or Jira. They have a ticketing
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
Yeah, in
These
that case,
these
those are the best options.
Yeah, I use that
I
at work.
find I have like used Jira. Like I have like experience with Jira. But man, I think though these kinds of tools are like very also, they have a lot of like noise. Basically, I want to like say, like they have a lot of going on. Like you have this assignees and you have this I should say, man, that's just too much for ordinary people.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wanna like, yeah. Why not just basically simple two-step process or something like that, and the problem is they figure out the problem, they uh, enter it on the like platform or something like that, and I am like able to track it. So I would also like search it, but as Mario has suggested me, I would also like look into that, look that one also. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Do you have anything more to share, Mario?
I think that's it for now. So, like I said, let me just stop sharing. I'm just going to do the tutorial video today, upload it, and release it later today. That's pretty much it.
Nice. I'm excited. Do make a Twitter post about it.
Yeah, I will. I mean, it's still going to stay free for a while, right? So that
Mhm.
I just want to see if people are going to engage, and that's that. Yeah, at some point, I just have to then make it actually work, because I've
Mhm.
been working it like what for like 6 months now, or maybe more, but I think it's 6 months, and yeah, it needs to be released, and it needs to go into the wild, right? So people can
Yeah.
actually start using it properly.
Yeah. Awesome. Um, yeah, definitely make a post about it. And if you ever need, and this goes out to anyone, as anyone ever needs like any beta testers, I'm always interested in trying it out. And we'll make myself available for that. So
If you
always
have
reach out.
I mean, do you use AWS like right now?
Not right now. I have an account though. I actually had to shut it down because the AWS bills were getting really expensive, and
Hmm.
I've been thinking about a little bit because I don't have any. Obviously, I don't have much money. So I've been trying to find cheaper alternatives, but uh, I will use AWS though because it's just better than most of the other ones. It's just expensive right now. That's the only problem. But when I get to that
What
point,
were you
yeah.
using it for?
Before was Heroku, and
No, no,
right
no, no,
now,
no, no. On AWS, you said it was expensive, right? So
yeah,
which services were you using?
services, EC2, Route 53, Certificate Manager, um, and I did play around with like load balancing and all that stuff, but mainly Route 53 or 58 and EC2s. Yeah, those are the main ones I was using. I was loading up a bunch of instances, and I had domains and all that stuff. So I would use Route 53 for that.
So I'm assuming that it was the EC2 instances that actually cost you the most, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I would not suggest using those when you're starting out, right? So just
Mm.
going serverless at first, right? And later
Mm.
on, when you have like millions of customers, right? Then you can
Mm-hmm.
use EC2s, and they're going to be on all the time. For example,
Mm.
okay, let me put it this way. Everything that you've seen that I've built now, right?
Hmm.
Everything that I've built now, plus, if you remember last time I told you about the social network, right? The immersive
Hmm.
communities, still running on the same AWS account. I'm paying around to 40, like $40 monthly.
Oh my God, no way.
Yes.
Again,
So
there's no EC2s involved. It's just all
of course,
serverless.
that's the point. So it's all serverless.
Wow.
That's why by default, everything that you're going to, launch with CodeSmash, it's going to be serverless by default. Otherwise, there would be no point, right? And that's
Yeah.
how the people are going to, save. It's about saving costs. So, but not a lot of people are, experienced with building serverless stuff. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm going to, automate all of those things and just say, hey, people,
Hmm.
it's there now. You can use it and you can forget about the cost.
Hmm. I always assumed that CodeSmash had EC2s involved, actually.
No, zero, not
Wow.
not a single one.
Wow. That makes it even better. Because like people are tired of paying. Like I see everywhere, people are like, "Oh, AWS is so expensive," and so they don't use it, or they switch to like I don't know Azure or something. But okay, dang,
Yeah. I mean, if you just look
serverless.
at the pricing for the files, for example, I mentioned a couple of times Zeno, right? So I
Hmm.
think their basic plans is I don't know specifically. Is it around 60 or something bucks monthly? And how much space do you get? Don't know exactly. I think it's 10 gigs. Might be wrong. You could look it up.
Hmm.
But for if you go with the S3 bucket for the data storage, right? In AWS, I think it's 0.023 for 50 terabytes.
Yikes.
So there's no comparison at all, right? I'm just going
No.
to let people, I'm just going to let people launch S3 buckets and front them with the CloudFront, and you can
Hmm.
serve videos, photos, images, right? Audio, whatever
Hmm.
you want, and websites, and you're going to pay nothing,
I love that.
right? I know.
I love that because AWS is a great service. It's just yeah, if you don't know how to use it, I guess you're just gonna
Exactly.
get yeah, and
Yeah.
you make it easy. So that's
And
pretty
exactly, I
attractive.
mean, what's Zeno or other services? What are they using in the background? Probably also AWS, right? But they have to charge you something because they are also
Yeah,
paying to.
that's they probably are using AWS.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for
Yeah, no
everyone for
problem.
sharing.